share the board. Let's see. And sorry, my voice is a bit hoarse since I've got a cold again. I don't know why again, but it's so awful. Well, okay. So let me ask you about the weather. So first of all, tell me about your favorite season and tell me why it is your favorite.
Well, I must say that I live in a city that only have 2 seasons, which is dry and rain season. So I don't know much about the other seasons. So if I have to pick, I would definitely choose dry seasons because let me tell you that when in the rainy season in Ho Chi Minh cities is really a solstice for the people who ride a motorbike because it's normally rain at the time that people off working and they have to go home, so it will make like a large traffic jams issues, and I hate it so bad because there's sometimes that I have been at school all day and I'm so tired and I want to go straight home, but I can't.
Yeah, of course, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. So
but if my cities have another seasons, I would choose maybe winter because I don't know. I have never seen snow before in my life, so I wanted to see it.
you wanted to see, so about winter, you mean? So you want to experience snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Have you ever seen or no? Never?
No.
Okay, so it's perfect. It's really good. And yeah, you should experience at least once. Maybe in the future, of course, you can travel. So of course, let me say something. It's like wherever you live, which country. So no, so if you live in a warm country with warm weather, so you tend to have maybe snow, cooler and colder weather. People who live in cold countries, like, with freezing weather, snowy season, so they feel like that, oh, we need to have some mild weather, just, and a bit hot to go to the beach, to do some outdoor activity. So that is really interesting. So people all around the world, so they want to have what they don't have. And I think that is real interesting. Well, so if you had a chance, I think if you experience the winter, of course, with snow, I think you would choose winter as your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, and tell me, so you said that you have 2 seasons, so it's like, but as I know, your country has different weather and north and south, right? So as
Yeah.
I know, just that is my investigation. Of course, I'm not sure about it. Just I'm asking. Like, you have a north of Vietnam. You have 4 seasons. So you have
Yeah.
summer, yeah, of course, and south just 2 seasons, dry and
Yes.
wet, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
know a lot. Okay. Actually, I think that I will be after, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years later, I will be an expert about your country. I will be
Oh.
tour leader. Yeah, I'm trying to learn since, I search and I learn, like, just about food, about that is really interesting. I think you have really beautiful country. So unfortunately, I've not had a chance to visit, to travel to a country, but I think it's really beautiful since I see some pictures, like, and, some students share some photos. And I'm into the nature of your country, and especially, let me say, Della. I like
Oh,
it.
like my life.
Of course. Oh, wow. Am I pronouncing correctly? Della?
It's
Is
really
it so
close.
bad? Let me ask you, is it so bad or no? Is it understandable? I say Dala. Is it understandable or no? It's not. It's like just what is
For me, I can understand what you're saying, so it's not
yeah.
really a big problem.
But but okay, just be honest. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just say that was awful. Yeah.
No, no, it's
No, it
not.
was yeah. Of course, I know it was not maybe clear,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, for the first or second time, it's okay. Well, okay. So now we were talking about north and south, okay? And tell me about dry. So you said in dry season, people tend to do some outdoor activities, or of course, maybe indoor, I'm not sure. So tell me, what do normally do people so when they have free time in wet and dry? Do you have any, I don't know, specific activities that you do in dry or wet season?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, in both seasons, people in my cities tend to stay indoor because
Oh.
yeah, when the dry season is really hot, people cannot go outside a lot, especially women, because the UVs of the sun will damage their skins and make them tan. So normally people will stay inside home, and when
Yeah.
the wet seasons, um, because it's wet, people don't want to go out and get wet, so they would prefer to stay inside as well.
Ah, so of course. So I think, especially women, as I know, since I've seen some pictures and photos of women riding bikes,
Yeah.
uh, they wear masks.
Yeah.
So I think women in your country are obsessed with fair skin. Because of this, they wear masks when going out, especially in dry season. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. So got it. So it's like they obsess with. Okay. Do you know the meaning of obsessed?
Yes.
Okay. So you know that. So of course, it has different meanings. So when you really like, when you're into something, for example, if you're obsessed with someone you really
Mm-hmm.
like, or for example, when you cure, it's really important. So different meaning. So you can say that women in my country are obsessed with fair skin. So that is
Mm-hmm.
really important. So we have fair skin. So they
Mm-hmm.
would prefer to stay home, or if they need to go out, they would rather wear mask than, for example, go out without mask. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so let's talk about, okay, again, we're gonna answer this question. Um, I want to know, what is the weather like in Vietnam? So you say, I want you to give me an example. Okay, just this is speaking part one. Make it a little, just longer,
Mm-hmm.
and give me an example. For example, talk about Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, or I don't know, somewhere else.
Okay. Well, in Vietnam, we have different types like seasons. For example, in the north side, we have four seasons like spring, summers, autumns, and winters at other countries. But in the south side, we only have two seasons, which is um, dry and wet seasons. So I think that I would talk more about dry and wet seasons. Well, it's really common in the south side, but it's not really popular for the tourism or the in the north side. Well, in the
Yeah, of course.
traditions, we have like completely no rain, and when we go outside, the temperature is really high, and so normally women in my cities will not prefer to go out because they are obsessed with skins. So whenever they go out, they have to wear mask and like long sleeve clothes. We normally call them ninja lead as a name
Yeah.
for that type of women whenever they go out. And the other
Yeah.
is rain seasons.
Yeah,
Um,
of course.
rain seasons like we is happens all day. It will be raining from the start of the mornings and into night. It's really
Yeah,
annoying
of
and
course.
I hate it so bad because I cannot go outside and do anything, do any activities outdoor.
Yeah, of course. Outdoor activities. Perfect. Very good. Okay, that was really good. I like your answer. Just briefly change it. I don't want you to change it. Just if you need, I will give
Mhm.
you some other phrases that you can use. First of all, your actually country has long geographical, actually, we can say borders like, from this north to south. So you can
Mhm.
mention this. Maybe the weather, because of this, the weather is quite different. Okay, in your country, the weather is quite different due to its long geographical stretch from north to south. So you can say in Vietnam, the weather, what is this? Is quite different due to its long geographical stretch. Then you can mention, okay, so what is it? North and south, okay, and you mention. So you can say, we can use when talking about weather, the
Mhm.
country experiences. You want to
Mhm.
say has is okay. Why not? It's good. Understandable, grammatically correct. But okay, let's make it a little more advanced. So the country experiences, you have tropical weather and you have subtropical. So you can say the country or my country experiences. So as I told you, tropical and subtropical. So what is the meaning? So you know the meaning of tropical. Okay, so this one
No,
is so
no
warm,
clue.
wet, humid. No?
No.
Okay, so let me. It's like, for example, when it's warm, wet, rain, tropical, and we have subtropical, that is a climate zone. I want to say outside the tropic, maybe it's warmer temperatures and mild winters. So this is subtropical.
Mhm.
So this is the meaning of tropical. So tropical, a type of climate, hot, rainy season, and of course, dry season, rain, dry. This is tropical.
Mhm.
So instead of saying dry and, for example, wet, you can make it a little more advanced, say tropical climate and
Mhm.
subtropical. That subtropical is warmer temperature and mild winter. So let me write here before I forget. So tropical, okay, characterized by a hot, rainy season and cooler, dry season. So we have two seasons here. Okay, this is
Mhm.
tropical. And then you can, okay, let me ask you, for example, which city? You can add an example. So which cities has tropical or which is subtropical?
Mhm.
And we have subtropical, that is tropical, that is a climate zone,
Mhm.
okay, with warmer temperature and mild winter. Okay, so we have two. Now let's keep going. Okay, so we have two seasons here, dry, and of course if you say dry and hot, that's totally correct, so no problem. Okay, so summers are, okay, summers, we are talking about, for example, some regions, as we just talked, in northern regions, right? For example, I don't know, a city, okay? The weather should be, you said we have four seasons. So the weather characterized by four seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter. Then you can explain, for example, summers are hot or no, warm, humid. And if you know, if you have any information about the temperature reaching up to what? The temperature, I have no idea about it. Winter can be, for example, cool or chilly or cold, so you can say. And then you can mention highlands, mountainous, like highlands. So maybe, yeah, the winter is cooler, I think. And then you have another climate that is subtropical. The weather, of course, is often milder, but in subtropical, we have typhoons during rainy season. So you need to add this. So in subtropical, you can say milder weather with occasional typhoon during rainy season. This is your answer. And of course, you can make it perfect because you have lots of examples. I don't, but you do, okay? Well, and just let me say, we have different words for say cold. So if you want to say cold, but you don't want to say cold, you can say chilly. It means cold, but not freezing, just cold. Chilly. And you know the meaning of typhoon. So humid, you know the meaning. Okay, well, this is the first question. Let's keep going. Let me ask you another question. Okay. Well, and tell me, are there any problems with climate in your country? Are there any problems with climate in your country?
Well, there's like have been change of my climate the latest years. I must say that my countries and other countries are suffering the high temperature. Like it's keep getting higher and higher temperatures during this day due to the global warming. So my countries also have been affected from that issue. So nowadays we have to suffer a really hot weather during the day, especially in the noon. Well, like at 12 p.m. Whenever we go out, I would pass out at the street right away because it's too hot. I cannot suffer it. And so I think that is the problems that we are dealing with nowadays.
Okay, well, of course. So maybe this is related to urbanization. So I think that is really important. The large number of people. So of course, so every country can face climate problems, climate-related problems. Okay, due to geographical location and I don't know population, so different, of course, issues. And here, so you are talking about so extreme weather, like so hot, extreme weather. So let me ask you something. So you have lots of rain, especially during rainy season. How about flood? So don't you experience flood? And yeah, so you, if yes, you can mention. If no,
Well, floods go with the rainy seasons. Whenever rainy seasons, we definitely have flood all over the place, especially in the um, outside of the center of the city.
yeah, it's like outside of the city center. I didn't. So it means northern or southern area. So I didn't get, not central regions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so heavy rain in some areas, of course, I'm not sure, so you can add the areas. So in some areas, heavy rain often leads to severe, like severe flooding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. So we can say heavy rain. Let's see, heavy rain. It's always, you can say, for example, pour means heavy rain. Now you can say, it's always pours. So it leads to heavy rain, okay? So heavy, I'm sorry, flood. So you can say heavy rain or pouring rain. So lead to severe flooding in some areas. Of course, you can add what areas, for example, south, north, so it's your choice how to complete it. Just I give you some clues, okay? So this is another problem. And of course, you can add, if you face, since I know that's in large cities, so wherever they are, every country, we face air pollution.
Yeah.
So especially in major cities, so we face air pollution. So you can, that, in my country and other countries, actually, this air pollution is becoming a serious concern. So why? Because actually it leads to climate change in the future and more serious problem. Okay, so you can also add air pollution if you have. So here we have natural disasters like flood. You can mention. And for example, tell me about, no, I don't think. So there is no problem with sea level. No, I don't think. Maybe
No.
air pollution you can mention or no? Okay, so, well, so we have natural disasters about your country. So you can natural. Okay. Here is my share. Okay, this is really important. And air pollution that you can mention. Well, just don't forget, as I told you, it's really good to add one or to name one or two cities. Like, for example, if you say flood, I don't know, just refer to an, I don't know, some news, or maybe just an example. That city happened, experienced, for example, last year, I don't know, Hanoi experienced flood. Okay, you can say something like this. And let me say something, no matter that, if it's true or no, based on fact, just try to create something to make your answer more natural. So, extreme weather. So let me write here, extreme weather. So hot. So it's like and in some areas we are experiencing due to air pollution, especially climate change, we are experiencing extreme weather in all around the world. Okay, and climate change. Well, okay. The next question, so does the weather ever affect the way you feel?
Yeah. Well,
How?
there's So as I have mentioned before, as um, the dry seasons are extremely hot, so it really affect me whenever I'm going out. So I have to wrap myself up with long sleeve clothes and wear a mask. So even though I'm wearing makeups and I don't like whenever I'm wearing makeups and I have to wear a mask, it will stick into the mask. So my makeup will be destroyed. So it really affect my feelings that days because I'm not feeling pretty enough, I think. And it's so annoying when at first we have a really good makeup and then it just disappeared due to the hot weather.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's just like it melts. I know what
Yeah.
you say, because anyway, yeah, of course, it's better not to put on any makeup. I think it's better not to do it. Since I know what you say. So you sometimes, I don't know. So you know that of course we have a really hot
Mm-hmm.
extreme weather in my location, especially during summer. So it's so hot. So we have the same thing. It's like, oh, we look so beautiful. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm perfect. You go out. Just like, I don't know, like boiled eggs, or I don't know, fried egg, like it
Yeah.
melts and you look like, how, why? So it's like, yeah, I completely understand. So actually here, that was really good, but let's talk about your mood. For example, uh, of course, I mean, some people, not everyone, when the weather is foggy, or I don't know, you feel a little bit down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I think it can affect our mood, our emotions. So of
Yeah.
course you're right. So when you're not sad, when you're not happy with the appearance, when you go out, of course you feel down,
Mm-hmm.
opposite, you don't want to go out. So definitely yes. But another point that you can hear mention is, so you feel down. It affects your mood, affects your emotion. For example, when it's
Mm-hmm.
rainy. Of course, rain is beautiful. Of course, rain is perfect. But when it's always rainy, I don't know, you feel, due to lack of sunlight, the weather is
Yeah.
gloomy. So I don't know, it's like you feel down, opposite, sad. So this is
Yes.
and we have like a disorder. This is something scientific. We have seasonal affective disorder, SAD.
Mm-hmm.
That is really due to lack of sunlight, especially in countries that actually face this problem. Like, they always have cold weather, foggy weather, so they experience, people are actually unfortunately suffer this, we can say just disorder. It's not disease, but actually mentally they suffer
Mm-hmm.
from this maybe climate and this type of weather, low energy, depressed. But on the other hand, sunny and warm, of course, not too
Mm-hmm.
much as you mentioned, just good,
Yeah.
warm and sunny. During the dry season, for example, you feel more energetic, positive, motivated. You want to go out. You want
Yeah.
to, I don't know, clear skies and bright sunshine. So actually, it can uplift your spirit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So make you more
Yeah.
productive. So this way you can answer. Of course, your
Yeah.
answer was good. Just I want to try to a little change. Let me write some important words. I forgot what I said. What was that? I forgot. I need to type while I'm saying. Okay, yeah. As I said, so lack of sunlight and the gloomy, you know what is gloomy weather? It's like cold, foggy, so not clear sky. So
Yeah.
gloomy weather. So weather, or you can say atmosphere, so why not? So you can also say this, okay? Actually, it leads to maybe, we can say depression, yeah? And you feel down, and people suffer from seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Let me SAD. This one, okay? So, especially during, so we can say that it directly, definitely affect our mood and emotions. Now, depression, low energy. So let me write here, low energy. So different words. And now let's talk about dry season. Okay, it's warm, sunshine. So you tend to feel more energetic and positive and motivated and clear skies. That is really beautiful. Bright sunshine. They can, this is an idiom. I like idiomatic phrase, uplift your spirit. And make you more productive. This is your answer. Okay? Okay, well, the next question, just, I need my board. Do you want to make notes so I can erase the board? Or maybe no, I can erase here. Let me later. Of course, you can make note. Then I. Okay, well, now let's scroll down. Erase the bird. I need more. Okay. Actually, I don't want to erase the bird. I need all them. Okay, well, okay. Now we have, okay, maroon too. Right. Well, now let's keep going with part 2. Okay. I want you to describe your favorite season, but what season is, when it occurs in your country, so you know that it can be different. So from this month to, for example, that month, and what the weather's like during the season, and what your typical activities are during the season. What do you normally do? And explain why it is your favorite season. Do you need me to write it or no? It's clear.
Wait, can you write it?
I can. Of course, yes. Why not? Of course. Yeah, of course. Well, okay. Describe your favorite season, you should say what the season is and when it occurs and what the weather is like during this season and what your typical activities are during this season and explain why it is your favorite season. Okay, this is your cue card. Just may I ask you 1 minute to drink a little water?
Okay.
Now, thank you. While you're thinking, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Why I can't hear you?
Sorry, I forgot to turn.
That's okay. Well,
Okay. Well, let me tell you my favorite season, which is dry seasons. The reason why I'm saying that is because I have never experienced another type of seasons beside in my cities, which is dry seasons and rainy seasons. Well, as a sporty girl, I really like to being outdoor to practice my volleyball skill. So I would definitely prefer to choose any like seasons that will match with my wanted, which is the dry seasons. Even though it's really hot and it could really affect my skin, which make it darker, and sometimes it's really have a very bad effect to it. But I still prefer choosing dry seasons. Well, I mean, we only can practice volleyball whenever the weather is not raining and is not wet at the outdoor, so we can practice more easily and play as much as we want. But at the other as the wet seasons, we cannot. We can only play indoor. But unfortunately, my school doesn't allow volleyball to practice indoor, so I hate it so bad. So I'll choose dry seasons. So typically, I do a lot of things during the dry season, such as I have mentioned, play volleyball, hang out with my friends, and maybe go to eat ice cream, I think, because it's hot and we like to eat something is fresh. And yeah, so is what I really like about dry seasons. Despite it's really hot and affects our skins, it still fit me the most. It's better than wet seasons.
Yeah, okay, very good. So, let's talk about dry season. Good, but I didn't get the part that you mentioned
Oh yeah, I forgot to
when, of
it's
course, when it happened. Yeah. So
well
when
if
it's,
it happens from wait, let me remember.
of course,
Um, I'm not sure. Let me research it
of
real
course, you can
quick.
check. Why not? Of course, you can. Yeah, you can search for the temperature as well. So why not? You can
Oh,
add it. Yeah, of
it
course.
start it start from November and to from November to April.
April. Okay. So it's dry season now. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dry season now. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. Well, so the first one, your favorite season is the, just when you say please add that, is the dry season, which occurs from. Okay, you are not
Mhm.
sure, maybe around November, around December, okay, to April in my country, okay, and then it's not bad to briefly talk about weather. So of course the weather is warm, dry, clear skies, I don't know, plenty of sunshine, so why not? And then you can
Mhm.
add the temperature range typically, for example, from this to this, if you know,
Mhm.
and why you like it. So, for example, make it very pleasant for what? For outdoor activity, for example, volleyball practice. So this way. So,
Mhm.
during the season, you enjoy, for example, spending time outdoor, playing volleyball, I don't know, hanging out with friends, taking walks along the beach, hiking, so everything. So you can add some, so you can create some activities, or maybe
Mhm.
relaxing, so everything. And of
Mhm.
course, if it's a time for family gathering, you can say with picnics, barbecue, so everything. So this is your
Mhm.
choice how to actually, I want you not to focus only in one thing, just playing sport. Okay. I want to expand your answer. So add
Mhm.
some branches to make it better. If you have any festivals, you can mention. I'm not sure, but if you have, you can mention. And you don't need to explain. Just, for example, we have a festival in this, or no. Okay. And
Mhm.
why do you love it? Why do you like it? So you like or you love this season because what? Okay. So maybe the weather is so energizing for you. Like,
Mhm.
it makes you feel more energetic, and, maybe it gives you a boost of, I don't know, productivity, or maybe positive feeling. So this way you feel more active, for example. And if you like clear skies, lack of rain, of course, so any point
Mhm.
about, you can use every point related to this season. Well, so you feel, as you said, so in summary, I got that you feel fresher during the season.
Yes.
Okay, so dry season, I don't know, it's the best season for you. Of course,
Yeah.
you have green landscape everywhere, so you can green landscape, beautiful blue sky. So, different point and different things that you can mention. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, let's see. Let me give you just some words. For
Mhm.
example, energizing. It makes you feel energized. So
Mhm.
the weather is the season, the weather is energizing. So you can mention this. Okay.
Mhm.
And Yeah, it occurs, for example, it occurs from to or from around if you are not sure, so from around, okay. And then the weather is warm, you have blue skies and plenty of sunshine and the temperature, so it's the best, it's very pleasant, it's the best time for outdoor activities. Like you want to play sport, now you can add, okay, volleyball. So this is the best time to practice, to play volleyball with friends. So it's the best time to get together with friends, family, okay, to, I don't know, maybe to go out, to picnic. So some outdoor activities like walking, hiking, so everything. And this one, actually the sunshine, you can add this. The sunshine gives me a boost of, for example, productivity and positivity. I feel more active. Okay. And fresher. You feel fresher. So this way. And of course, landscapes are beautiful. So beautiful green landscapes. Yeah, you can mention. Okay. This is your answer, but yours was good. Now you only add something. Okay. Well, and we have a good maybe adjective you can use. Vibrant. I like this one. Full of life. So, for example, we can say that everything in dry season or rain season, everything feel like, for example, vibrant. What is vibrant? Full of life, full of energy, full of color. So, oh, I like this one. Let me write it. Vibrant, full of color, energy, and life. Yeah. The nature is vibrant, so during dry seasons, I really like it. Okay, well, let's keep going. Any question related to part 1 and 2?
No.
Okay, let's keep going with part 3. Okay, abstract discussion. So let's see. Well, how, the first question of part 3, how do different seasons affect the lifestyle of people in your country? Yeah.
Well, many people, every people have their own like feelings about each seasons, but normally people will feel very exhausted. Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Yeah,
Exhausted or excited? Exhausted,
exhausted.
tired,
Yeah,
exhausted.
tired, and
Exhausted.
exhausted, and frustrated about the dry season because due to the high temperatures and like too many sunlight and the how high the UV is from the sun affects people's skins nowadays. In my cities, I've noticed that there's like more than 200 people that have been really bad effects for the skins due to the UV sun.
Oh.
So it's really dangerous. So people have to wear sunscreen and wear protections before they go out. So which means it's getting harder and harder when they wear that too. And for the rainy seasons, well, I think the only problem is that it's make the traffic jams worse, because people cannot move during the rain. Normally, people will find some place to stay and wait into the rain to stop. So after the rain stop, it will make a huge traffic jams that we're stuck out there. No one can moving. Um, there's that one time that I have to wait like more than an hour to get to home. But normally from my school to my house only get about 15 minutes to go there. But at that time I have to wait more than an hour to get home with all of my clothes and my hairs all get wet. And it's easy to make us feel sick and cough. So in the next day, we cannot go to school because we are sick.
Yeah, of course. Well, you answered this question, but you didn't answer this question. So what is that? It was your answer was really good, but for another question. What is that? When I said lifestyle, so you talked about maybe negative and positive points of dry and rain season. Okay, so that was really good, but you didn't talk about people's lifestyle. So the problems that people face actually in these two seasons. But now lifestyle means, for example, when it's dry season, people tend to do some outdoor activities. I don't know, they celebrate, they have festivals, they like this. When it's dry season, they, for example, tend to do some different activities with dry season. So like this. So lifestyle is different. What is that? So we have two different seasons in my country, like, for example, I mean, your country. So it's like in Vietnam, in my country, we have two different seasons. And these two different seasons have significant impact on the lifestyle of people. How? So why? They dictate daily activities, clothing, even cultural events. So that is really important. Then you can mention, for example, you have your New Year when it happens. So you need to talk about it. So for example, in wet season or rain season, then you can mention when or no, since you have heavy rain. So of course it can disrupt daily life. So for example, people often need to, I don't know, maybe they need to carry umbrellas, they need to wear raincoats. This is about clothing to cope with downpour, heavy rain. Flooding, another problem. Flooding can delay in transportation. That is really important. Since I have students, I remember that. So a few months ago when you had lots of rain. So I remember that especially in the morning, he normally got stuck in traffic because of heavy rain.
Yeah.
So you can mention, so this maybe flood, heavy rain caused delay in transportation. And many outdoor activities are limited why people can't. So, and I don't know, maybe if you have I don't know about farmers. If you have any problem, you can mention. I have no idea. But rainy weather, okay, actually tends to slow down city life. So this is your lifestyle. People tend to stay indoor more. So it affects socializing and outdoor activities. This is about wet season. Now let's keep going with dry season. Okay, about dry season, it can be more favorable time than wet season. Why? Because people can go out, pleasant temperature, of course. And for example, when it's extreme weather, people need to wear mask, again, clothing. So you can mention. And maybe it's time to for family gathering, and
Mm-hmm.
they tend to engage in outdoor activities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and of course, if you have traditional festivals during the period, for example, your Lunar New Year, just last
Mm-hmm.
month, so you can mention, okay, so that is your, I think this is the most important holiday in your country. So
Mm-hmm.
you can talk about clothing, you can talk about culture, you can
Mm-hmm.
talk about daily activities for this question. Okay, now let me see what I said. Let me type something. Okay. Well, okay. So you can say that weather or the different seasons have a significant, important impact on the lifestyle of people
Mm-hmm.
as they dictate daily activities, clothing, and even cultural events. Okay, let me put this here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now let's talk about it. Okay, so you can talk about the style. So what do you wear? And what do you do? And
Mm-hmm.
even what do you eat? So
Okay.
that is really important. What do you eat, for
Mm-hmm.
example, in dry and let me ask you. So do you have different meal or, for example, dishes or special maybe meals that are cooked in dry and rain, or no? No difference.
Mm, I think there's no any differences between those two seasons, but I think that in the wet seasons, people tend to eat something that is fresh, like it's cold. Oh no, wait, sorry, something that is hot because
Ah,
in the wet seasons it's really cold. The temperature
ah,
is way lower than the dry seasons. So people have to normally people in my cities they cannot really suffer the low temperature. So when they suffering the wet seasons, they have to find something to eat, like for example, hot pots. But in the dry seasons, people tend to eat something that is more fresh and cold. For example, ice cream or some like bingsu from Korean. So it will make people more fresh and dealing with the hot weather.
yeah,
But normally there's nothing different.
yeah, of course. Very good. Well, so we can add this one. Why not? Okay. Well, so let me rainy weather tends to slow down city life,
Mm-hmm.
and it causes delay in transportation, and so you can mention downpours, pouring rain, heavy rain,
Mm-hmm.
downpours. So it's like, because of this, people need to take umbrella, people need to stay home. So this way you can mention it. And of course, you can say that dry is more favorable due to, for example, pleasant, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Temperature, maybe, of course. So it's like, I'm not sure, just like this. Uh, okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
and outdoor activities, indoor activities, so you can talk about them. And of course, you can talk about traditional
Mm-hmm.
festival, especially your New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And just this. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
tell me about the peak time for tourism. When is the peak time for tourism in your country? Dry or dry or rain season?
Well, it's definitely dry seasons because at this time the tourism can more like have more activities than the wet seasons. Peop Tourism can go out, do some activities such as go hiking or travel to some tourist attractions.
Yeah, of
So,
course,
but
very good.
when the rainy seasons, they would just stay at home, stay at their home hotel, and maybe if they go out, they just need to book a taxis and not really see anything because it's raining.
Yeah, of course. So tourists can go sightseeing, can visit tourist attraction, they can go sightseeing.
Mm-hmm.
So dry season is the peak time for tourism. Tourists
Mm-hmm.
can go sightseeing, can visit different attractions. So another thing that you can mention. Okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
and well, let's see. Okay. Ah, just let me add another. So rain, heavy rain, for example, heavy rain can disrupt daily life. What is the meaning of disrupt? Interrupt. So
Yeah.
stop something. You know that disrupt. For
Yeah.
example, to interrupt normal things. Okay, because of something. Okay, so disrupt is another word that you can use. Well, the next
Mm-hmm.
question. Okay. Do you think people who live in cold places have different personalities to people who live in warm or hot places?
Hmm.
What is this question? How should I know? Yeah, yes, they do. Yes, they do. According to research and my investigations, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Personality. Oh,
Ah,
I think that everyone have their own like personality, even though they're living at same as like hot weather, hot seasons or cold seasons. I think that is different. I don't know how to say it.
so do you believe, you can say, I believe or I don't believe. So let's begin with
I,
this phrase. You believe,
no.
you believe that climate can have an effect or influence on people's lifestyles and behaviors? Yeah.
Yes.
It can, if we can say, it can, of course, influence, affect their lifestyle, their
Mm-hmm.
behaviors, but maybe might not necessarily their personalities. Maybe we are not sure. Since we are not sure, we don't
Mm-hmm.
know. But I think experience says people who live in cold places may tend to be more introverted and reserved. They don't tend to, I don't know, just socialize. Why? Because of long winters. They need
Mm-hmm.
to stay indoor for much of the year. So it
Mm-hmm.
affects their personalities. So
Mm-hmm.
they become introverted more and more. They become reserved.
Mm-hmm.
And, they normally focus on indoor activities, spending more time with family
Mm-hmm.
and personal hobbies. Okay? So we have another, on the other hand, we have people living in warmer areas or hot places. They often experience social interaction because they go out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The good weather, pleasant weather actually encourages outdoor activities. Community gatherings, socializing make people extroverted,
Mm-hmm.
sociable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And but of course, when it's so hot, maybe, I don't know, people normally, when it's so hot, people normally tend to, I don't know, engage with others in public places. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
go to parks, beaches, market, like this. Okay. And this way you can say that, of course, personality is influenced by many factors, not only
Mm-hmm.
climate, culture, family background, I don't know, individual experiences. But this can be a factor that can affect our personality. Okay? Now
Mm-hmm.
you can make your answer. Do you agree with what I said?
Yep.
Okay, so make your answer again. So do you think?
Hmm. Wait, can you say the question again?
Do you think, yeah, of course, people who live in cold places have different personalities to people who live in warm or hot places?
Hmm. For me, I believe there's some differences about their personality from the people live in the cold and hot seasons. But to be honest, I think it's not really necessary because weathers only affect according to U.S. news. I can like when I do some speakings, can I like fake the news?
Of course, yes, just. There is a point here. Of course you can, but if you are making, creating, okay,
Mm-hmm.
don't refer. For example, you say according to news, that was perfect. Don't say according to, for example, the news, for example, on, I don't know, BBC at 8 p.m. No, don't give detail. Just say according to, for example, the US news, according to the, for example, like research in Oxford University. Justice, of course, you can create. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. According to
Say.
according to the news, um, people uh the the weather just affect them moods, not really affect their personality. Is because um every year in a year we have different type of seasons. For example, in the cold place, in the cold seasons, we have more than about 4 seasons. But in wait, I don't know what I'm saying. I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't get nervous. It's okay. Well, let me give you some clues. Okay. Let me give you. So, as you said, so climate or weather, okay,
Mhm.
have an influence or effect on people's lifestyle
Mhm.
and, of course, behaviors.
Mhm.
But as you said, it's might, why I say might, because I'm not sure. It might not necessarily determine their personalities. So personalities. Okay, this is the first part. Now let's do some examples. Okay, for
Mhm.
example, people who live in cold places,
Mhm.
okay, are actually, or may, I don't want to be sure, so may tend to more introverted or reserved. Now, why? So you can say that because they need to stay, okay, so that is really important. They need to stay long winters, okay, indoor. So maybe due to long winter that keep them indoors. So they tend to, I don't know, have family gathering, personal hobbies rather than socializing. Okay, so this is about people in cold. On the other hand, we have people in hot places, warmer places. They experience social interactions. They go out and they do outdoor activities, community gathering. So this is, so they are extroverted and sociable. Okay. And of course, you can add lots of things again. Or they, for example, when it's so hot, they engage with others in public places like markets, like parks, so everywhere. Okay. So actually, they are more open. So they are more open and relaxed because they, tend to engage with others in public places, not at home. Okay? This is your answer.
Okay.
Clear? Okay. Well, now you can, take some notes and, okay. And if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Can you go up a bit?
Scroll up, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what is constant?
What?
Right at the bottom on the left. Like, no, up the top, top.
Top here? Tourism activities. Oh, let me put your picture. Congested.
Yeah.
Congested. When the traffic is too heavy, cars can't move. Just they can't move. You say it's congested, heavy traffic. You were talking about traffic, and I remember that I typed this here. When you get stuck, it's congested, cars can't move.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, well. Okay, time's up and we need to go. But do you have any questions related to this bird? Any issues, any questions?
No.
Okay, just good luck with your test, exams, and I know just spread the leg and you can make it. Don't worry about it. Just be sure. And I know that you will have lots of good news the next session. Okay, so have a great week and see you next week with good news.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.